It hurts. It's painful to be discarded like you were nothing. It's frustrating when she used to tell you she loved you, but now she's cold, emotionless, and treating you like a stranger. And it's confusing as hell when she suddenly starts showing signs that she still thinks about you, but you don't know if it's real or just another mind game. Women are not the fairy tale creatures society has painted them to be. They operate on psychology, not emotions. They act based on instinct, not love. And once you understand the psychology behind their actions, you'll never be fooled again. This video is going to break it all down. Every little sign she gives, every text, every reaction, every game. And by the end of it, you'll know exactly how to respond in a way that makes you the one in control. But before we continue, if you want this kind of raw, unfiltered truth that most people are too scared to say out loud, then make sure to subscribe right now. The more of you that subscribe, the more YouTube recommends this content to men who need to hear this. And trust me, the world needs more men who know the truth. Number 1. Social media traps. Women don't just move on, they pretend to move on. They want you to think they've moved on. They make it look effortless, but it's all calculated. You see her posting more. She's suddenly glowing, looking happier than ever, showing up in places she never used to, dressed like she's auditioning for a music video. You think, damn, she really leveled up after leaving me. Number. She's not doing this for herself. She's doing it for you. She needs you to see it. Women don't glow up for themselves. They do it to create a reaction, to make someone feel something, and that someone is you. She knows you're watching, even if you never interact with her posts. She knows your curiosity is eating you alive. She wants to see if you'll slip, if you'll click on her profile at 2 a.m. and let your emotions get the best of you. Because the second you engage, she wins. The moment you like her photo, comment on her post, or respond to her indirect "missing you" captions, she's back in control. She'll never admit this, but women get a dopamine rush knowing a man is still emotionally attached. They need to feel wanted, even by the men they rejected. A woman never wants to truly lose you. She just wants to know that she could have you if she wanted. Think about it. If she was really over you, why does she care so much about looking her best online all of a sudden? Why is she posting captions that seem too perfectly crafted to be random? Why is she still engaging with your friends, subtly keeping her presence in your world? Because she's watching, she's waiting, she's testing to see if you're still hooked. Now, here's where most men fail. They take the bait, they get curious, they start checking her profile, trying to decode her posts, wondering if she's thinking about them. And this is when she tightens the leash. You see, a woman's biggest fear is becoming invisible to a man she once controlled. If she sees you engaged in her world but not reaching out, she's satisfied, because you're still emotionally invested. But if she sees nothing, if she realizes you've disappeared without a trace, that's when the panic sets in. This is when she starts poking the bear. She'll like one of your old posts, hoping to trigger a response. She'll post a throwback memory from a time when you two were together, just to get inside your head. She might even post a picture with another guy, not because she's moved on, but because she wants to see if you still care. And if you do, she will punish you for it. If you react, if you text her, if you let her know she still has an effect on you, she will instantly lose attraction and remind you why she left in the first place. Women do not respect men they can manipulate. They might enjoy the attention, but the moment they know they have you wrapped around their finger, they will push you away. You must do the opposite of what she expects. Instead of falling into her trap, disappear. Go radio silent. Give her nothing. Do not look at her stories. Do not engage with her social media. Do not acknowledge her attempts to get your attention. Because when a woman realizes she no longer exists in a man's world, it destroys her ego. Women thrive on validation. They crave knowing they can still affect a man's emotions. But when they feel that you are truly gone, they will do everything to pull you back in, and that's when you win. Number 2, the accidental encounters. You think it's coincidence that you're running into her all of a sudden. It's not. She didn't just happen to start going to your gym. She didn't just happen to show up at the same party. She didn't randomly decide to start going to your favorite coffee shop weeks after your breakup. She's testing you. She is gathering intel to see if she still has a grip on your emotions. A woman's worst fear is being forgotten. When you stop texting her, when you stop checking on her, when you stop chasing her, she starts to panic. And when she panics, she starts playing mind games. She'll appear in places she knows you frequent, acting as if she's completely fine, laughing with her friends, looking better than ever. She'll act so unbothered, knowing you are watching her. But the truth? She's watching you even harder. She wants to see if you react. She wants to see if you freeze up when you see her, if you get nervous, if you act like a man who's still hurting. But the moment you show any signs of weakness, she wins. She'll flash that fake smile. She'll pretend you don't exist. She'll make sure you see her having fun. And the second you leave, she'll feel that rush of control, knowing she still has power over you. You must not give her that satisfaction. When you see her, act like she is invisible. Do not react. Do not stare. Do not acknowledge her presence. Treat her like a stranger in a crowded room. Because when a woman feels ignored by a man she once had, it eats her alive. And if you truly want to turn the tables, if you truly want to make her regret losing you, go one step further. Instead of avoiding her, act completely confident. Walk into the room like you own it. Speak with authority. Laugh with other women. Show her through your actions that she is nothing more than a memory. Because the second she sees you don't need her, the second she realizes you have fully detached, that's when she will chase you. She'll suddenly find excuses to talk to you. She'll accidentally bump into you. She'll try to engage you in small talk, pretending it's casual. But deep down, she's feeling it. And that's when you know you've won. Because the truth is simple. Women don't chase men who chase them. They chase men who walk away. When you disappear, when you become the man she can't have, when you refuse to react to her presence, she will never forget you. And when she finally tries to come back, it will be your choice whether she's even worth your time. Number 3, fake casual texts. Women do not send casual texts. They do not randomly check in. They do not suddenly think of you after weeks or months of silence just because they're curious. Every text has a motive. Every word is designed to extract information from you without making it obvious. You see her name pop up on your phone. Your heart races. Your mind starts racing. Why is she texting me? Does she miss me? Has she been thinking about me this whole time? Number. She doesn't miss you. She misses control. She wants to see if she still has power over you. She doesn't want you back. She wants to know if she could have you back if she wanted. That's why her texts never say what she really means. Hey, hope you're doing well. Translation: are you still thinking about me? I just saw something that reminded me of you. Translation: do you still care? Hey, do you still have that one thing I left at your place? Translation: can I get inside your head again? These texts are not about reconnecting. They are about testing. She wants to know if you're still emotionally available, if you're still in a weak position, if you still care enough to react. Most men fail this test immediately. They respond too quickly. They overanalyze the message. They fall into the trap of thinking that she suddenly cares again. And once you reply, she pulls away again. Why? Because she got exactly what she wanted. Women do not value what is easily available. The moment she confirms you're still there, she loses interest all over again. This is why the correct response is silence. Do not reply. Do not acknowledge. Do not give her what she wants. If she genuinely wants you back, she will make that crystal clear. But if she's only fishing for attention, if she's only looking for proof that she still has you, she will never follow up. She will leave her message hanging, hoping you chase. She will use that moment of weakness against you, and when you realize she only reached out to boost her ego, it will be too late. She already won. A high-value man never falls for this. A strong man never reacts emotionally. A man who understands female psychology knows that if she truly wanted to come back, she wouldn't play these games. She wouldn't send half-hearted messages. She wouldn't be indirect. She wouldn't need to test you. Because when a woman truly wants a man back, she makes it clear. She calls. She apologizes. She says, "I made a mistake." She doesn't send a random text just to check in. She doesn't leave breadcrumbs to see if you'll follow. She doesn't treat you like a backup plan. When she sends those weak, vague texts, she is not coming back to you. She is just making sure you haven't moved on. And if you fall for it, she will punish you for it. She will play nice for a few days, make you think there's hope, and then suddenly pull away all over again. Because in her mind, you failed the test. You showed her that you still care. You showed her that you're still waiting. And the second she confirms that, she loses all respect for you. This is why you must always keep your power. A high-value man does not get excited over a woman's random text. A strong man does not waste time trying to decode her messages. A man who understands female psychology knows exactly what's happening. And instead of reacting, he ignores. He lets her wonder. He makes her feel his absence. And in doing so, he forces her to realize that he is no longer under her control. Number 4. She's asking about you. If a woman is asking mutual friends about you, she is feeling your absence. This does not mean she wants you back. This does not mean she regrets leaving. It means she's starting to feel the pain of losing control. She expected you to chase. She expected you to check in. She expected you to crumble. But you didn't. And now, she needs information. Women are extremely strategic. They never want to directly ask you how you're doing, because that would make them look weak. So instead, they go through third parties. They ask your mutual friends, hoping the information gets back to them without them having to reach out. They plant seeds of curiosity, hoping to trigger a reaction. They ask questions like, "So, is he seeing anyone?" Translation, "I hope he isn't, because that would mean I actually lost him." "How's he been?" Translation, "Is he miserable without me? I was just wondering if he ever mentioned me." Translation, "Does he still care?" When she does this, it means she's struggling with the fact that you've moved on. She thought she had you wrapped around her finger. She thought you would be stuck, waiting for her return. She thought she could disappear, live her life, and then waltz back in whenever she wanted. But now, she isn't so sure. Because your silence is getting to her. And when a woman starts questioning her power over you, she becomes desperate for answers. This is why you must stay quiet. Do not let your mutual friends know how you feel. Do not give her any information to feed off of. Do not allow your emotions to leak through to the surface. Because the second she hears that you've moved on, that you've been thriving without her, that you don't even talk about her anymore, it will haunt her. She will try to create situations where you might run into each other. She will watch your social media more than ever. She will start texting you out of nowhere, pretending she just wanted to check in, because now she is the one feeling the loss. And once a woman feels the real weight of losing a man she thought she could replace, her mind goes into overdrive. She starts rethinking everything. She starts questioning whether she made the right decision. She starts missing the control she once had. And when that happens, she will come back. But not because she truly loves you, not because she's changed, not because she regrets what she did, but because she hates the idea of you moving on without her. And when she comes back, you will have two choices. Let her in, only to experience the same cycle all over again, or keep moving forward. Stay in your power and force her to live with the reality that she lost you for good. Because in the end, the man who walks away always wins. Number 5, her mood swings. A woman's emotions are her greatest weapon and her greatest weakness. When she truly loses you, she will not handle it with logic. She will not sit in peace and reflect on her mistakes. She will not process it like a rational human being. She will spiral. She will start acting out in ways that don't make sense. She will go from acting like she's on top of the world to suddenly posting cryptic messages about pain, regret, and lessons learned. She will pretend to be the happiest she's ever been. Her Instagram stories will be filled with her smiling with her friends. Her TikTok will show her dancing and living her best life, and her captions will scream, "New chapter, no regrets, just lessons." But you can see through it, because just days later, she will start posting subtle emotional breakdowns. She will share quotes about missing someone, about letting go but still remembering. She will suddenly post about how it's okay to not be okay. Her once vibrant, over-the-top glow-up posts will suddenly shift into mood swings. One day, she is laughing and partying. The next, she is silent and emotional. And if you think this is random, you are mistaken. Women do not act emotionally without a reason. She is feeling your absence in a way she never expected. She thought she could erase you from her life and move on like you never existed. She thought she could replace you instantly, find someone else, and never think twice. But now, she is realizing she was wrong, because the cold, hard truth about women is this: they never expect to lose a man permanently. They think they always have an open door. They believe you will always be an option. That's why they move on so quickly after a breakup, not because they never loved you, not because you meant nothing to them, but because they are wired to always secure another option. They do not sit in isolation and heal. They immediately seek validation elsewhere. But here's the twist: it never works. Because no matter who she finds, no matter how many guys give her attention, no matter how much she pretends she's moved on, she knows deep down it's not the same. That's when the emotional chaos begins. That's when she starts second-guessing everything. That's when she realizes she lost a man she cannot replace. And when a woman is forced to face that reality, she loses control over herself. She starts overreacting to small things. She starts picking fights with her friends, family, even random strangers online. She lashes out in ways that make no sense. Why? Because she has nowhere to direct her pain. She thought erasing you would be easy, but instead, you disappeared like a ghost. And now, she is haunted by the fact that she may never hear from you again. That is why you must do nothing. Do not reach out. Do not respond to her emotional breakdowns. Do not let her mood swings suck you back in. Because the moment you give in, she will reset the game. She will reclaim the power she lost, and she will treat you exactly the way she did before. A high-value man does not entertain emotional chaos. A man who understands female psychology knows that a woman must feel the weight of losing him. She must go through the emotional pain of knowing she no longer has access to him. Only then does she understand the true cost of her actions. And only then does she realize what she lost. Number 6. Sudden regret. Women do not regret losing a man immediately. They only regret losing a man when they realize he was irreplaceable. That's why at first she acts like nothing happened. She moves on like it was just another Tuesday. She pretends you were just another chapter in her book. She posts pictures with new people, new experiences, and new men. She does everything she can to make it look like she is thriving, but deep inside, she is keeping tabs on you. She is watching you from a distance, waiting to see if you crumble. Because in her mind, she has already convinced herself that you will eventually come back. But when you don't, when she sees you moving forward, better than ever, not even acknowledging her existence, she panics. She starts reevaluating everything. She starts comparing every new man she meets to you, and she starts realizing something she never wanted to admit. You were not just another guy. You were a man of value, a man who stood out, a man she thought she could replace, but never could. And that's when the regret sets in. That's when she starts missing you for real. That's when she starts thinking about everything she could have done differently. She may even reach out, finally admitting her mistake. She may suddenly text you, saying things like, "I didn't appreciate you enough. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I never wanted things to end this way." But do not be fooled. She is not coming back because she loves you. She is coming back because she finally understands what she lost. She is coming back because she realizes she cannot do better than you. And now, she wants back in. But here's where most men fail. They think this means she has changed. They think this means she is ready to be different. But nothing has changed. She only wants what she can't have. The moment you let her back in, she will lose interest all over again. Because in her mind, she has already won. Women only chase men they cannot have. They only regret losing men who refuse to give them a second chance. And they only feel the true weight of their loss when they realize the door is permanently closed. That is why you must never open that door again. The moment you let her back in, she will reset the game. She will take you for granted again. She will walk away again. And this time, she will make sure you never get a second chance at walking away. A high-value man never takes back a woman who regrets losing him too late. A man who understands female psychology knows that once a woman truly loses attraction, it is gone forever. A woman only wants the man she can never fully have. And that's why the most powerful move you can make is to never look back. She must live with the regret. She must feel the pain of knowing she had something valuable and let it go. Because that pain, that's the only thing that will ever make her remember you. And that's the only real consequence she will ever face. So when she reaches out, when she shows regret, when she tries to make things right, smile, move forward, and make sure she never gets a second chance. You've seen the truth. You've felt the power shift. You now understand that once a woman regrets losing you, it's already too late. A high-value man never waits for a woman to figure out his worth. He knows it. He walks with it. He lives it. She had her chance. She lost it. And now she will live with that regret for the rest of her life. Your only job? Keep moving forward. Never look back. Never reopen the door. Never give a woman a second chance to disrespect you, because the man who walks away is the man she will never forget. At the end of the day, you have two choices. Stay stuck in the cycle, chasing women who don't deserve you, or become the kind of man who never looks back. A high-value man doesn't beg. He doesn't wait around for her regret. He doesn't give second chances to a woman who already showed him what she's capable of. He moves forward, he builds himself, he becomes the kind of man that no woman would ever dare to leave in the first place. And that man? That man is you. If you've made it this far, type "I am the prize" in the comments to let the world know you will never be an option again. And if you truly stand for this message, if you are a man who values himself, his time, and his worth, support the movement. Get the official channel merch and wear what represents you, because this isn't just clothing, it's a statement. It's a reminder to yourself and to the world that you are the prize.